right from the get-go, I got a good feeling from Cabrini Mission Corps.
They made the effort to know who I was.
It was just a feeling in my heart.
They seemed very organized.
Their major concern is about you as an individual and your own growth.
Said that you had to have a sense of humor, that was my connection.
I was able to go abroad.
It's just that they're a family.
There are certain things that you need to know about yourself before you go on mission.
Cabrini Mission Corps missioners are carrying out the work of Mother Cabrini in a very new way. Mother Cabrini was really a pioneer, and Cabrini Mission Corps missioners are pioneers.
Mission work seemed very appealing to me. I feel like there's a lot of need in the world, and if I can be a part of helping out with that, then I'd really like to do that. I wanted to grow in my spirituality and have a deeper relationship with God and with fellow people.
Good. They were trying to find out about me and find out if I fit with the group, and then they were helping me discover more about myself as well.
They tried to figure out where were my interests, where were my abilities and my talents.
They're coming with what they hope and what they're bringing, and then also we present what we need.
They gave me time to journal and think about and just really pray.
It was a beautiful experience for me. So that's the interview process is what really made me decide that Cabrini was right.
The goal of the orientation program is to help people to come to know who we are, to help them to come to ministry and to mission with some knowledge of the transitions they're going to go through, the work that's going to be expected of them, and also to give them an idea about the spirituality of the community that they're going to live in.
Orientation has been simply wonderful. Just the four girls, we bonded so much just with telling our life story and how Cabrini called us. And everybody has been so welcome. In fact, this morning I was telling Lisa, it's like whenever we walk into a room, no matter where we're going, where we are on campus, there's always a smile. There's always laughter going on.
The past couple of days we've been focusing on the missionary sisters and how their order was founded. We're talking about Mother Cabrini, which is an important part because, I mean, this is the person that really did it all, and she's the person that got it all started.
It was really emotional, the praying together and the talking about our own lives, and the directors, we all just got so close, and it really made me see myself for who I am and see what's good about myself and what I need to work on. It was all very honest and open. It was a great experience.
Cabrini had a program over in Argentina, and I'm going to go over there for 2 years to work at an orphanage. And I just think that would be the most wonderful experience, just working with children.
I'll be working with immigrants from all over the world, but mainly those from Central and South America, and also those from China and from Asia. So it should be an experience because I've never done anything related to immigrant work.
I'll be at Mother Cabrini High School working with high school students.
I'll be working with children at an elementary school. I will kind of be a teacher's aide and working in a library, and I might be a music teacher there if that's a need.
Commissioning. I see pictures and I can remember the day, but if you ask me now to remember, it's like, wow, was it a dream? Was it real? What happened? I just remember just standing in the chapel and receiving the cross and the candle burning, and I just kept thinking, this is so real. Like, I'm gonna go on mission. Am I ready for this? And a part of me just kept relaxing me in the sense of like, you're ready for this, and this is where you're meant to be. And I really felt that I was ready to make that step, and I was ready to receive that cross and to really journey with that cross. So I think commissioning for me, it's every day. Every day when I go to bed, I reinforce that this is where I need to be. And I look at my candle and I look at my cross, and it's like, yeah, I did good making this decision.
When they first come in, they're in a great transition. They're in a transition coming into community and into ministry. They have this picture in their mind of community that frightens them and thinks it's going to be so demanding and so impossible to live, and how am I going to meet these people's expectations when really all we're looking to do is to live together, struggle together in this life toward our God.
It's been a learning experience for me to live with sisters and really experience what their life is all about. Some of the students ask me, like, do you live with nuns? And how is that like? It's like, well, you know, we watch TV and we listen to music and we talk about life, and it's pretty normal.
I know the Cabrini spirit has a real sense of warmth, and a real sense of inclusion, and a real sense of respect.
And there's a lot of attention. They stay with you, they stay in touch, and they don't just parachute you off into the woods and come back a year later.
They're very supportive. They'll get you through good and bad times.
Each person who comes to us is very important, and each person who comes to us gets very personal attention.
It's a challenge to work with different personalities and different missioners at different times to find out what their areas of strength are and to be able to balance my experience with their need to find their own way.
Sister Katrina, one of the sisters that I live with, really threw me into my new mission. And she basically laid the groundwork and said, okay, this is what I'm hoping that you do. I hope that you work with the ESL program to get that strengthened. And I really would like you to start to learn a little bit about immigration law.
Well, welcome to Argentina. Today is October 21st. As you can see here now, we're building a library. We're putting on another floor to the school. Because what happens here Argentina, Gemelia, is that we cannot extend the school outward. So what we have to do is we have to put on another floor. Everyone here in the neighborhood, here in Argentina, are very happy, very satisfied, actually thrilled with the whole idea about having a library for the students. As one of the sisters in the congregation says, it's something historic here for Argentina, in this area, in this neighborhood.
I work as a teacher assistant. I am with the pre-K and kindergarten class, and we have 22 little ones. They're 4 and 5 years old. I'm just here to be with the kids and just to love and care for them because a lot of them have problems at home.
I lived in the bush in Swaziland, Southern Africa. Living with the sisters was a definite security for me, staying with them and knowing that I was amongst family. There was a lot of disease and drinking of brown water and very little electricity. Also dealt with people coming to our door who had no clothing, who had no food. So it didn't just start with taking care of the people's medical needs, which was my main purpose for being there as a nurse, but also getting to know those people.
I do many things out of Mother Cabrini High School. My major duty is the mission reps, the Christian leaders, and the after-school program. Within a month of me being in the high school, one of my mission reps comes to me and she's like, Ms. Villa, I'm not going to be able to go to the meeting tomorrow. I say, why? She's like, well, my really good friend died and I have to go to the funeral. I just looked at her, I'm like, are you okay? And she's like, yeah. So I'm like, well, if you need to talk, I'm here for you. And I didn't know what I said to this girl that really made her feel better, but I know that she felt better. And she looks at me and she says, I just really want to thank you because you have made a difference.
I've learned to reflect on my actions. Only now am I starting to really see the fruits of what's been happening this year. But I never realized how much my life was going to change, and I'm very serious about that. Before, I would be working, going about my daily life, but I would not take the time to see what I was doing and how it was affecting myself and the people around me.
There really is growth, and it's apparent. It is apparent that people have grown, both by what they might want to accomplish in mission. Maybe they wanted to learn a skill, but also what they've accomplished in their faith life and in their personal growth.
It's not an easy thing to do. It takes courage, it takes strength. It takes being open to learning and growing.
Being there with these kids for a year, it changed my life, and it's okay that I can let go of that after the year. I think the hardest part for me is going to be moving on to something else.
The debriefing process is a time both to put closure and also to help people to make the transition into going back home or into going on to their next job or whatever they're going to do.
Coming at the end of service was hard. It was like part of you wanted to stay and the other part wanted to go.
And ministry for me was a time of self-discovery, a time of growth, tremendous growth, spiritual and otherwise, that I'm grateful to God, definitely the CMC for giving me this opportunity to serve God's people and also for the enrichment that it brought to my life.
So I truly feel that my spirituality has grown, and I realize now that there's much more to grow on.
This is not only a temporary commitment, it's more of a lifelong commitment, because when they come, they become so much a part of us that some of them never leave us. We are in touch with them. Others are in touch either email, in person, but they become a part of our lives. We never leave them and they never leave us. The support is very good.
being over there is just pure proof that who you are inside and what you can do for others is really who you are.
I'm a missionary in my heart, so I'll be a missionary for the rest of my life.
Cabrini is being the bearer of the love of Christ to the world.
CMC is a great program because it gives you the chance to for you to grow beyond yourself, to stretch out to limits.
I have to say that one of the best decisions I made was doing mission and doing it with Cabrini Mission Corps.
Your life is changed forever.
It amazes me how within seconds you can touch a life.